Everybody, it's Jeremy, and I have a really cool item to unbox. I went on a bit of a buying spree, my own little Christmas gift to myself for some Japanese N64 wrestling games. Hoping this year to finally do the book on Japanese MMA games, and of course with MMA and pro wrestling being so similar game-wise, a lot of similar histories there with Fire Pro and Virtual Pro Wrestling and No Mercy even to a degree. It's important to have, reference screens. And of course you can use emulators and stuff, but N64 emulation is not what it could be. And it is better to strive for authenticity whenever humanly possible. And since these things were like being bundled, I got one bundle of games, and then a couple individuals. And the first one that has arrived, Toukon Road 2. This is part of the Toukon Road series. I've opened it a little bit here. I wasn't going to do an unboxing. A couple of them I ordered. I think Toukon 1 is going to be cart only. I've got a complete version of Virtual Pro Wrestling 64 coming, and then another cart only one, because it was in a bundle with Toukon 1, and I thought, well, I don't need 2 copies, but it would be nice to have a complete one, just because it was going for, I think it was like $10 for, with the Toukon 1 and VPW 64. So I was like, well, I'll do a little extra, but I can get a lot more out of a box copy with scans and the like. So here's the front cover, really cool. The cartoony art style is nice. I like it a lot. And then on the back, you got all these screens, and a cool thing here on the tabs. Well, this tab at least, you've got, I believe that's Muto and a faux NWO deal, and yeah, this is really cool. The side art is nice. Looks really nice. This is phenomenal. I'm looking at the screens when it arrived. I'm so excited to see how this looks in the game. It looks like it's going to be like Toukon 2. Here's the manual. Unfortunately, it arrived a little damaged. I'm going to try and fold that down a bit. And see what I can do. I'm going to scan this manual though. This is a really cool looking manual. It's got caricatures of everybody, and they look really cool. I like. Oh, it's got Don Fry. See, another reason you need the real deal, because they do have MMA fighters in here. You got New Japan photos in the manual. That's really cool. And it looks like this whole thing. Okay, yeah, basic stuff. Oh, here it has the roster. To some degree. So I believe that's Dr. Wagner Jr. And it's got the Ultimate Champion, Don Fry. Ultimate. This manual is going to bug me a lot. I just tell. You've got Power Warrior here. I can't quite tell the graphics, I guess. Oh, here we have bunch of guys. You got Tenkoji, Chono, looks like Kashinaka. So there's that. I am so glad I bought this complete. This is so neat, and you've got the characters for everybody along with their names. This is nice. I'm going to go through and have a lot of fun with this here. Okay, next page is Liger and El Samurai. Liger is so perfect for this. Look at that. This is phenomenal. This kind of thing reminds you of why there's Otani and Kanemoto, who I remember just being amazed playing as them in the Toukon Road games when I first got them on the PS1. And I'm so glad. I mean, this series is just a favorite of mine. You've got Kendo Kishin and Tatsuhito, who I don't remember in New Japan, so I'm going to just assume mid-card. Riki Choshu and Power Warrior. Look at Choshu's gigantic wacky head. That is phenomenal. I am just loving this. You've got Shono, you've got Muto. Now Muto, this is, I've of course played Toukon Road, and I remember GameFan doing a video, or doing a code where you could play as Great Muta, and I immediately had to get Toukon Road 1 because of that, because I love me some Muta. And I originally got the game anyway because GameFan did a preview and it showed Scott Norton and it showed Muto, and I known Muto just as Muto, from like PWI and the like. I knew he was Muta, and I just had to get the game. Now here's the great Muta persona. Here's Tenzon. Wow. Oh my God, Dr. Wagner Jr. literally in scrubs. Wow. And Kashinaka, who, I don't know if he's still working. Like, shockingly, a lot of these guys are still active, which is not exactly a good thing, because they're very, very, very old. Here's Inoki and Tiger King in the original Tiger mask, with a revamped gimmick to cover up his ever-expanding waistline. Kamazaki. Tenryu, oh my God. Tenryu in this game. I mean, this is so cool. And then there's back art, which is more caricatures. This is one of those things where I'm so glad. Oh, New Japan Shop. Yeah, I love this. This was worth buying new. I'm gonna hope I can fix this manual. I doubt I can, but I hope I can. And here's the cart in the thing. I'm gonna give this a shot. We're gonna have some Toukon Road 2 videos on the channel today, folks. I am really excited about this. I'm hoping I can fix this manual. I'm gonna kind of weigh the pages down with this, with the case holder, and just keep the case in my, or rather keep the cart in my N64 cart, just so I don't have to keep opening the box up and damaging it further. But yeah, this is really cool, and I am very glad that I made that purchase. Put that there with my DVDs. Why not? I'm going to have some fun with this. This is going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. It's a shame, that Toukon 1 didn't arrive first. I don't care. I have tried for years to play these games, and I originally thought, oh, they're too cost prohibitive, but now they're like, at 20 or 30 bucks. Hey, I will give that a shot. At that kind of price. I lucked out. I got some PayPal money for Christmas this year, so I will definitely spend it a little bit on myself, and give back. Yeah, sure, emulating is nice and all. It's a very convenient thing. If I need to take screens or whatever, I've got a ton of NES games, ton of Super Nintendo games, over 150 Genesis games. I don't exactly feel guilty for emulating something, but for something like even Toukon Road, it's like, well, if I couldn't play it, I've considered getting an EverDrive, and that way you can play the ROM on a cartridge, so you're playing it on the real hardware, and that's a nice in-between, because emulation just is not good for an N64. It's not viable. It's not reference quality, And if that's the case, it's something where you can really only use it for screens, and that's a good use, The Ouya comes in very handy for that. Now I've got the game. I can play it. I'm so excited. All right. See y'all later.